Hello, welcome back to another video. It's England versus USA. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Come on, England, beat the Shanks. Hello to everyone tuning in to watch this. It's going to be a very fascinating game. It's good to see this game in the World Cup. I can't wait for it, man. A bit of England versus USA. There's sure going to be a few sparks to fly here and there. I can't wait. Bellingham versus Pulisic. We've got a few City lads, of course. John Stones involved. They got like a Grealish Foden on the bench. I thought I'd do a bit of impromptu watch long anyway. So let us know your predictions and all that kind of stuff. Please do hit the like button as well. Please do say hello in the chat. Let me know your predictions, your thoughts on this game, and of course what you're expecting and how you're expecting it to go down. I can't wait for this, man. I think it should be fun. Bit of a last minute thing this, and relatively low key, of course, but let's try and enjoy it. Let's try and enjoy it. It will be an awful lot of fun. I will jump over quickly to say, please do download OneFootball as well. Please check out the link in the description. You can get all the goals in your pocket. You know, you can get all the updates from across the world of football. And do it right now for free, for absolutely free. What are you waiting for if you want to stay up to date on all the World Cup news? It does help support my channel as well, so it'd be massively appreciated. Download it right now. Click the link in the description and get the best football app on the market. Hello to people joining in. Who we got here? We got Sheep to Go. It's saying, it's coming home, lads. It's coming home. Oh, sweat patch. There we go. Sorry about that. I got a great top on. I'll deal with it now. I'll own it. There you go. We all do it. We all do it, man. That's the nerves for the game. I'm not nervous, I'll be honest. It's coming. Football's coming home. We got Beppy saying, hey, Steve, 6-0 US. All right, then. All right, man. Wind it in, Beppy. Julia saying hello. Hello to Julia. Blue Spot XL saying, it's coming home. It is coming home, lads. It's coming home. Sheep to Go saying England winning BTO. Don't know what that means. Hasty, how are you? Ron Wolf, I'm good, mate. I'm good. We've had a lovely day, me and the wife, actually. We've had a nice day with our son, and it's been really nice. I'm in a good mood today. Josie Tafoya saying, I'm American but love City. Ha, may the best team win. We'll be wanting a John Stones mistake. But Jose, whatever it is, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? Stanley saying, as an American City fan, England are about to drop 4 on the US. Look, Stanley, I'm not trying to be biased here, but it's going to be a long day. It could be a long day for the US. Of course, you've got that energy and that dynamism and some quality as well, particularly out wide. But England do look really good at the moment. I am not a massive patriot. I am not like a big follower of the English team, but I do obviously pay attention to the games, and I do watch the World Cup games and all that kind of stuff. So I'm curious to see how the English lad gets on. Sheep saying, I wish Foden was started. And me too, to be honest, mate. Me too. Here are the lineups, you know. So here are the lineups. England with Pickford, Trippier, Stones, Maguire and Luke Shaw. Jude Bellingham carries on alongside Declan Rice with Bukayo Saka alongside Mason Mount and Sterling, who obviously flank Harry Kane up front. An unchanged team, basically. And if you're Gareth Southgate, it makes an awful lot of sense. Look, I want Foden to play in Grealish, but look, even I wouldn't change the team after that. It works so well against Iran, and you've got to give them the credit that they deserve. The US side, here it is. We've got in goal, of course, we've got Turner, then we've got Sergio Dest, Zimmerman, Tim Ream, Anthony Robinson. We've got Adams, Tyler Adams, McKennie, Musa, Wright, Timothy Weah, of course, who scored the goal against Wales, and Pulisic. So it's a good team. There's a little bit of quality there, but of course, they've got a little bit to prove. It's going to be fascinating to see how it gets on. They've got a quality team. Let's see how it goes down. The players quickly just taking the knee. It's about to kick off. It might have already kicked off for you. My stream is on ITV Live, which might be a second or two behind, so we'll see. But we're underway. Come on, England, man. So what's everyone's predictions? Let me know. Let me get my headphones on so I can actually hear the game. You know, you'll have to deal with me wearing headphones for a bit. But realistically, 4-0, says Beppy. You never know, man. You never know. England do look good at the moment, but things can be changing. Things can change, you know. Things can change very quickly in football. You know, they've got a good side. You were saying you're there on merit. So stranger things have happened than England dropping points against the US. Maybe get a famous 1-1 draw again, 1-1 win again, all those years ago. But American football, you know, it's progressed a lot, and it's not soccer. I'm sorry, don't you fucking dare, don't you dare. Ron Wolf saying 3-2 England. Who's scoring? Let me know. Dudley saying hello. Hi Dudley, it's good to see you, man. Welcome to the chat. Joseph Lee saying, I don't think USA has enough quality, to be honest. Maybe not either, maybe not. But England definitely do have a fair bit of quality, so we'll see how it goes. I know what happened here. My headphones pausing it because it's on. I know what's causing this, actually. The Bluetooth is pausing every time I talk, it pauses it, which is silly, but that's what happens sometimes. Stupid headphones. There we go. That should be a bit better now. It shouldn't. No, it seems to just stop playing. Cheers, headphones. Why are you being a knobhead? You know what I mean? Sometimes headphones are just knobheads, aren't they? I didn't want to use the cable, but I am using the cable because it wasn't making any sound. Are you going to work for me, headphones? Today would be nice. No, nothing, no sound. Oh, great. There you go, guys. My headphones seem to have died. Kane, Luke Foden, Luke Shaw, Rocket. Ron Wolf, that's interesting, man. You think Foden's going to come on and score? Possibly will do. He possibly will do. Let me see if I can get some sound. Do you know what? I'll just put the sound a little bit low in the background. Can you guys hear the sound now? Let me know if you can hear the sound of the commentators. Because I put it quietly in the background because I thought that'd be easy for me to deal with. But England so far, you can hear it, yeah. Is it really loud? If you can pick up on the mic or anything like that? No, Dudley says no. I think if you can hear me, great. But if you can hear the commentary, no. I've just got my laptop there, basically playing it a bit quietly. I'm looking forward to this game. Genuinely, I've enjoyed the World Cup so far. You know, I've not caught every single game because I've had a crying son to deal with sometimes. But what I've caught of it, I've really enjoyed. Yeah, I do think there's been loads of interesting stories you'd expect, and it's just the quality of the football away from the 0-0s has been genuinely quite interesting. Standouts for me, of course, England. I think look, there's no guarantee the big teams are always going to do well, as you saw with Argentina and Germany. But I thought Spain were really impressive. Brazil, very impressive against Serbia, by the way. Serbians were tough. They were physical. They were strong. But that's two quality goals. You know, they just broke them down with perseverance and quality. And that's all you can do, really. A bit of strength, bit of patience, bit of skill. That's what they had. England, I thought, were mighty impressive, and France were good against Australia too. The rest, Portugal, so-so, you know, of the favourites. Who else? Let me think. Argentina, obviously poor. Who else were the favourites as well? Have I missed anyone else? I think we've covered most of the big nations there, really. Belgium, indifferent as well, if I'm being honest. So far, England have had a good start. People always talk about it just being Iran and so on, but look, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee, obviously, that you can even beat the smaller teams in the group. So I think if you do well, it's a good start because it means you're focused. Would I take Trippier at City? Back at City, Ron Wolf. People forget that Kieran Trippier was a City U player. A local lad from Bury, actually. Yeah, I like Kieran Trippier. I think he's a good player. Obviously, we don't. He's 32 now. He's going to stay at Newcastle. But if City got him on a free transfer to, you know, rotate with Walker for a couple of years, yeah, why not? Though, of course, Rico Lewis. I would rather just play Rico Lewis and develop him because he's already showing signs that he actually should be the long-term and immediate backup, in my opinion, to Kyle Walker. Like, I think he should be the first-choice replacement. Like, Cancelo should be on the other side, and Rico Lewis already should be the one. Chris Christian saying, American City fan here, our best chances are striker Maguire. Yeah, you're probably right there, man, to be honest. You know, let's see how it goes. Maguire's obviously not in great form, but we'll see. To be honest, he does tend to play well for England, Maguire. Like, he just seems to kind of enjoy the confidence a little bit at this level, doesn't he? But he's not in great form in general, but he's all right for England. Like, I think in general, international football is easier. I know that's a controversial opinion, but international football is just easier. Like, from the Champions League, I think I've got a visitor coming up, actually. Oh! I think we're Ruben's first appearance on camera here, by the way. You know, little Ruben.
He's just popping by.
He's just popping by. Look at the little beautiful man. Look. Look at him. Oh, baby. Baby boy. Give him a boy. We'll watch a game together. Go on, Rubes. How you doing, little boy? You liking the light? He loves the light. Here we go. So, hi, Ruben. Everyone say hello to Ruben. He's always waving at you guys. There you go. You want to watch a game with me? What's your prediction going to be?
He says 3-1.
3-1, does he?
Yeah.
Who's scoring for England? Okay, he's a strong silent type. Harry Kane, apparently. Raz is getting on the goal as well.
He's probably fascinated by
He's fascinated by the ring light. Look at his beautiful little eyes. Maju says hello. Beppy says, hey Ruben, hey Nicola. Oh, bless. Already recovered from from the Portugal match. Yeah, Ruben, he played well in the centre half. He wasn't great. Everyone around him wasn't too great, but oh, look at him. He's beautiful, isn't he? Jesus Christ, my son is the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, we're used to being parents now. We're very relaxed, and look at him. I love seeing him in my office. It sort of feels like big Rube. Stanley said hello, Ruben. Okay, you hear the mic. Dudley says hello. Beppy says hello. Majee says hello. You know, Moses Gentle says hi, big Ruben. God bless you. Oh, very sweet. Anything to say to them? Oh, you're a bit too small for the mic. Look at that there. There we go. Get you over here. There you go. He's a comfy boy there.
He is.
Mummy's been playing songs. Anyway, this is what the future's going to be. Me and Rube just watching games together. It looks like he's watching, doesn't he? He's just staring at the light, and being honest with you.
Oh, it's England versus the US.
England versus the US. So basically, if you don't know much, the US, right? They just call football soccer because they're idiots. You know what I mean? What they really want to say is it's actually football, but they decided that the NFL's called football. You haven't got a clue.
It did.
Love you all Americans, by the way.
It did, by the way, have a City
onesie on the other day, but he pissed and pooed on it, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, he had a City onesie on yesterday.
Because we were planning to do a video of introducing.
But he shat all over it, you know. Unfortunately.
So this is like what is this? Like a subtle reveal.
This is a little preview, yeah. We're going to do a video together with him. Future City legend there, Beppe. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he is a Future City legend. He's a good boy, man. He's chill as anything. He's been good to... Oh, hello.
Hello.
Honestly, when they coo, it's the best thing in the world.
Do you want to take it out? See if
Go
it
on.
talks.
What's going on here, Rubes?
Go on. He's so drooly.
Look, he's reached the drooling phase. Yeah. Oh, he feels wet there.
Does he?
Has he wet himself? Maybe? Maybe not.
Oh, maybe.
Did he wet himself?
Wait.
Oh, is it mummy boob?
Might be me. I don't know. I'll check him either way.
Anyway, little Ruben doesn't know how good he has it to be born as a City fan this day and age. He doesn't. Oh, we got baby cam. We do indeed, Joseph. Let's go, Ruben. Let's go, Ruben.
It's quite wet, isn't it?
Has he peed himself?
I
They have a tendency to.
I did do tummy time with him.
Did he tummy time?
Yeah.
Maybe he's peed through.
Maybe he's peed through.
Ooh, what's going on? Oh, come here, Bubs. Come on, there we go.
Emergency dummy.
Should I get him central? There you go. There you go.
Hold his chin.
There you go. I got him. It's alright. There we go. There we go, Bubs. he's trying to latch onto me. Oh, he's trying to eat my hand.
I think Mummy's gonna go change him and feed him. I reckon.
There we go, Bubs. I'm holding his chin there. I'm not trying to strangle him. Don't worry.
Yeah. That's
How old is Reuben? Oh, he has pissed himself, I think.
Yeah.
Reuben is 5 and a bit weeks old now. He's the cutest little bean I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
But he's actually, he's more like 6.5 weeks.
He's probably about 6.5 because he's a week late, so he's probably pushing 7 weeks actually, isn't he?
With babies, you do a lot of things by gestation rather than.
No, look how cute he is.
Look how cute he is. Do you want me to go get you a wipe for your hand?
Oh, come on, beautiful. There we go, baby cam. I'll just bring him towards the camera. There's the baby. It's the baby. Can you say his first words on stream? Can you say your first words on stream? Fuck United. Yes, Rubes. Fuck Man United. Man United are shite. Oh, Rubes, did you just say that on stream? Oh, beautiful boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll go back to the video. There's a bit of baby reveal.
Sorry.
He's beautiful, isn't he? Do you want to sit on the sofa?
Oh, he's trying to eat you, I think.
Oh, Harry Kane just nearly scored. Harry Kane nearly scored. What's your analysis of that?
He said, I don't care, Dad, just feed me.
Can you hear that? What do you reckon?
He's so close to speaking.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on, what does Daddy say?
Good football, by the way. Oh, yeah. Can you hear that? Anyway, I'll give him back to Mummy. There you go, Mummy. Oh, Josie, thank you so much. Oh, did you hear that?
Did you hear that? There you go. That's for Joseph.
He's happy. He's got a little smile on his face, look. Isn't he the cutest little bean? He's like a little bean. Say hello to the light. Yeah.
He's fascinated.
Josie, you're a superstar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Go on.
Says thank you.
Go on, Ribs. Oh, he's talking.
He's talking.
Go on, England. Oh, they blasted it over, didn't they? So close. Anyway, everyone say goodbye to Bubba. He is beautiful. Adam, he's the most beautiful little creature in the world. And we're obsessed. Oh, he's kicking off.
Kicking off.
He's not happy with his performance so far.
Give him a break, Rubes. We're only 10 minutes.
I know,
in.
right? Yeah. It's only baby piss. I'll be fine.
I'll get you out.
Could you bring us a brew up in a bit?
Yeah.
Just normal, thingy milks, not dairy.
Ooh, I've not done this. Yeah.
Do you want me to come here?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
She's going down the very steep stairs. Be careful. You sure?
Drop the dummy.
No, don't get the dummy, okay?
I'm not getting it.
The stairs are very steep. Anyway, that was adorable. Can't believe the first reason fuck Man United during the England USA game. Look, what can I say? I want to say, yeah, thanks very much, Joseph. That's very, very dull of you, man. That's very, very dull of you. You're a superstar, man. Cheers. That'll cover some of the lad maternity pay. What can I say? Rubes is he's a troublemaker. We had some good sleep last night. It's a really good mood, and we went out today for the first time. We got some food with him, which was great. He slept. Went to the Chocolate Cafe in Ramsbottom, where we live. And he slept. We had some food together. And it was great. It was very nice. God, that was bloody adorable. England started well here, by the way. England started well. Like, honestly, I got a feeling could be a really good performance, this. Should be probably 1-0 up, innit? Kane was really close. Honestly, I think England's chances of this World Cup are decent. Honestly, I don't think they're going to win the World Cup. I'm not an idiot. But I do think in general, this idea that they haven't got a chance is a little bit naive. I think there's there's potential for this England side to do something. It depends on the draw and so on. But they've got quality, and all you've got to be to win a World Cup sometimes is just, if you've got very good players, all you've got to be is consistent, and you can get very far just by turning up, where so many teams don't, because it's disjointing and so on. And these England players, they look fresh, they look really focused and on it, and that's more that can be said for most teams. So to me, it's sort of impressive. Like, I think they've got a genuinely good chance. Project Foden, well true in the way, yeah. He's the best little boy, honestly, he really is. But yeah, I think they've got a chance. Like, I do honestly think they have, and obviously I don't expect them to win it. But like, look at Argentina against Saudi Arabia; they were literally favourites for this competition for many people, and they were just abysmal. They just didn't look ready for it at all. Sammy's is a decent, I think Sammy's is a decent aim, Joseph. I think it is, honestly. And USA have got a good chance to get out of the group, man. Like, it might be difficult, actually. Okay, Kane attempting the bicycle kick. The thing they've got is, like, they're just very settled. They're very settled as a team, and there's a lot to be said for that, We could talk a lot about, maybe Maguire shouldn't be playing, and it's probably true. But at the same time, what Southgate understands is that if it works, and it sort of has worked for England, don't break it. And I guess there's an element of consistency where the players know he's going to be playing, so they have a partnership. Maguire and Stones is a very settled partnership, even if one of them is really out of form. It's still two players that know each other, and there's a lot of value in that. So I genuinely get the idea, even though I think Ben White's been better, and Cody and so on, they're maybe a better shout. I get it. I get the logic behind it. I get it. You can't really doubt that, like sometimes that consistency can be really important. How good was Richarlison's goal, by the way? Yeah, it was phenomenal, wasn't it? But Brazil in general, you know what Brazil are like. Yeah, sheep to go, it said. England got a really good mix of a youth and experience. It genuinely is rare. I mean, you look at the bench, Pope, Ramsdale, Walker, Dyer, Cody, Alexander-Arnold. Obviously, he's a relatively young player too. White, Henderson, Phillips, Foden, Gallagher. Obviously, Grealish as well, then Rashford and Wilson. It is a mixture, and they've got obviously loads of young players coming through again. Loads more young players eventually. Think about the players that aren't involved, like Reece James and so on. Then, of course, in the first team, experience, Trippier, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, and Pickford as well. That's a very experienced back five. You say what you want about them, but they've been there and done it, Bellingham, Rice, and Mount as well. Bellingham, obviously, young. Rice, Mount, all young, but once again, loads of experience amongst them. Sterling, Kane, and Saka. Yeah, it's just a nice balance. You do need some senior players, but you do need a little bit of the energy and the drive and the fearlessness that young players bring you. It's often the older players, even though they've got experience, that probably sometimes feel the fear a little bit more because they're more cautious because of life experience. And young players often play without fear, so there's something to be said for that. It's good. This is good from England, though. I think there's a really, really nice cohesiveness to the team. Let's go, England. How's the Americans feeling? How are you feeling about it? What are you expecting from this game? Let me know in the comments. Oh, decent little effort there. I always feel like America lack a great striker. Like a genuinely great striker. There's a decent effort from Wright that, but do you know, I don't know much. No, I don't know much about Wright. Someone tell me a lot about him. Has you Wright? He plays at Antalyaspor over in Turkey. Is that right? Yeah, it is. How's he doing over there, man? I'm having a look at his career right now. Oh, he did all right in the he got a loan there and scored 14 goals last season. He was out over at Sonderkish in the Danish Superliga. He's had a decent career actually, relatively nomadic, but he scored a few goals. You know, he looks like a good player. I don't know much about him. He looks decent though. Ron Wolf said, would you rather Bernardo to have a good World Cup and risk more offers coming in for him this summer, or him to have a bad World Cup and risk a dip in form? Oh, to be honest, mate, I think the offers are going to be there or not. I mean, I think, to be honest, what he does for Man City will draw more attention to him than the World Cup. I don't think really the big teams pay attention to the World Cup in terms of form, especially when he's an established player. Like, you know, Bernardo's going to be great for England and for City anyway, regardless of how he plays for Portugal. And the teams that want him are going to want him, even if he drops 5 stinkers here. You know, he could drop 2 more stinkers and no one would really care. So I think I get what you're saying, but ultimately I don't think it really matters because Bernardo's considered one of the best midfielders in the world, and I don't think this tournament's going to change it. I want him to play well. I want him to play well because I want him to play well and feel good going into City games after the World Cup finished. So to me, it's always been play well. Yeah, shoot to go pointing out that our youth players are really experienced too. Most players at Euros and playing Champions League. Yeah, when we look at that now, you know, in terms of the young players there, Bellingham is, you know, look, obviously a Champions League player, loads of experience already at like 19 years age. He already played over 100 games already. Declan Rice, of course, loads and loads of Premier League experience and some European experience now. Saka, once again, currently loads of football, currently top of the league. European experience too. Foden, we know what to say about him. You know, multiple Premier League winner. Mason Mount, Champions League winner, painfully. Conor Gallagher, Premier League. You know, Ben White, top of the league currently. It's just, yes, very experienced bunch of young players. And that does make a difference, you know. Yeah, it's true, Stanley. Stanley pointed out that England have the skill that England on the ball is just too much. Like, yeah, England tactically and technically are obviously much better than the US. They keep the ball really nicely. They're moving it up the pitch nicely as well. I've honestly been impressed so far. Like we give like England a hard time, and I do as well. Actually, I give England a hard time, but ultimately, I do think England have got a pretty consistent and pretty good setup. It's a nice balance. Nice touch from Kane. He's done really well there, Harry Kane. He's a good footballer, isn't he? That was a foul of Bellingham, I thought. Get back. What I think America have got is an awful lot of pace when you get getting forward, haven't they? Like Robinson and Dest out wide as fullbacks is a lot of energy there. And Pulisic as well, you know, quality. Pulisic, sorry, not Pulisic. Is it Pulisic or Pulisic? Sick or Sitch? I did a tweet earlier about how there's certain players who just seem to come alive internationally, even if they have relatively normal careers. The likes of Enner Valencia, Ochoa. And I think Pickford's one of them, actually. Pickford is like, he does well for England. And I think his general Premier League career, he's all right. He's just okay. You know, Everton and Sunderland. He's an all right keeper. But I think for England, honestly, Pickford does really well. I think he just seems to, you know, he just seems to fit in at this level. Joe's impressed with Stones' passing. Yeah, to be honest, he's played a bit for it. He's been playing it right back mainly because he's the most comfortable there with the injuries. But yeah, I love Stones. I actually think there's a chance that he's our best centre back. Like, I do think there's a chance that he's our best centre back for City. But you know, Guardiola loves him anyway. And he gets lots of football, and I think ultimately he's kind of happy. He's happy with what he's got because he's involved a lot. Played Saka. Saka gave it away there, but Kane's looks like such a leader in this team. By the way, it's impressive. You have had a great striker since Landon Donovan, really, and he was. I wouldn't say he was great. He was very good, and Altidore was naff, wasn't he? Yeah, Josie Altidore. I wanted to like Altidore, but he was just a battering ram and nothing else, really. Not a very good striker. Landon Donovan was good, man. That was a while back, though, wasn't it? Now, and he was more of like a wide forward, really, wasn't he? I was disappointed with Landon Donovan. You know, I thought that loan he had at Everton was fantastic. And then he just went home, didn't he? Did he want to keep him? There'd be some Americans who know more about, than I do. Because his Everton loan was really good. I feel like it was. Bayern loan, Everton loan. They just went back to LA Galaxy. Maybe he just liked it there. But I always thought like he just looked really good. Yeah, he got 7 assists in a few games, man. Why did he not stay over? The first World Cup was 2010 one. I learned about Donovan from there. Yeah, he's a good player. When was my first World Cup? Oh, God. The first one I remember fully watching was 1994, which is the USA, I think. I think Brazil won it 1-0 in the final. Was it 1-0? Was it penalties? I can't remember. I was now about 8 years old, I think. Homesick, he said. Was it homesick? It was a shame because I feel like he was happy to be, like the big fish in a small pond. Whereas I feel like the annoying thing is his game would have developed so much more. Like I think it was notable how much better he got for one spell alone at Bayern than Everton. Like he could have been a great striker, like a truly great striker, a forward if he'd spent a bit more time honing his skill set at tougher leagues. But he seemed to be happy just kind of being the star in the MLS, didn't he? Shame because he was brilliant. Raz was running through people. Nice ball. I just realised I asked Nicola to make me a cup of tea and she's got the baby. I didn't realise. I forgot. I just realised I forgot I asked you that. And yeah, I forgot you had a baby.
Still do it though.
I'm sorry. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
I guess he's in the cot.
Yeah.
I can hear the music going. Thank you. Appreciate it. Beautiful. Bash, how good? What a wife that is. Go for it. Go and see him. Don't fall down the stairs. Coming at it from the US side, the Wales ran. Yeah, Wales. To be honest, I was really disappointed with Wales. My dad's Welsh actually, so he'd have been disappointed. They were shite, utterly shite. Iran deserved it. Wales seem to have dropped off massively. Like the quality they had at one point, the energy and the dynamism from the game. I think it's just Bale and Ramsey lost a lot of form, and they were their superstars, weren't they? And with those two, just absolute shadows of their former self. It's they're just not serious anymore. So far, this has been pretty steady, I would say. It's been mainly England keeping the ball. The USA getting forward here. There's a chance here. They need to whip it into the box. Oh, that was a chance, man. That was a chance from McKennie. It was the cross. It was from Weah, wasn't it? You've got to score that, McKennie. That could be famous, man. The quality he's got as well. He's at Juve, isn't he? Is that right? That should be a goal. That should be a goal. I love his hair, by the way. It's sick. How are you feeling about the team, American fans watching? Like, Anyone from the US to take a City? Maybe Robertson at fullback. You know, I think he would be a decent little prospect. I mean, I liked what I've seen at Fulham. I don't really know, man, to be honest. Not really. Yeah, potentially Robertson. That's not a bad shout. But I mean, the City, Gio Reyna, why is he not in the team, by the way? Why is he? Is it fitness or something like that? But looking at the American bench now, you know, you've got Giovanni Reyna on the bench, Josh Sargent. Like, is he? It must be fitness, right? Because he's a phenomenal player. To be honest with Gio, I just think he's not probably City's level yet, but he's a quality footballer. But I would like him to develop at City as a prospect. He's brilliant. Setness, good evening. Good evening. How are you doing, pal? That's bizarre. Gio Reyna is much better than some of these players. Tyler Adams is a good player, don't get me wrong, and so on. But you want Gio Reyna ahead of, I don't know. Well, I know Musa's got a lot of Liga experience, but is he playing for? Who's he at? Valencia? Is he actually playing? Oh, it's way past that now. Wife's just reminded me that I was holding a pissy baby before, so. Thank you. I'll throw it down the stairs for you. Yeah, but is he playing over at Valencia? Oh, he is, to be fair. He's starting for Valencia. So fair enough. There is Juventus, Leeds, Valencia. There's a lot of experience there. I'm good, Zetanist. Life is good. Me and Nicola really adapted to parenthood now. We're good. And thank you very much, man. I won't be showing the game, no, because I don't want to get my channel taken down. Sorry, it's just a watch along. We chat about the game and we enjoy it together. Decent effort there from Musa from distance, but obviously it was deflected. Total Sport. Try Total Sport EK or He's Goal. They're my bets. Called what? You left him hanging there. He's Goal. HES Goal would be my recommendation. Mason Perez. Yeah, USA looking decent, actually. They are. England have dropped off a little bit. They had the first 20 minutes, but the USA come back into it. That's a nice ball out from Shaw to Mount. Mount's giving it away. Yeah, the US are. They are. Fair play to them. Teabag in the tea still. Dangerous. Come on, England, man. I would love to go to a World Cup one day. I had personally no temptation to go to Qatar, but one day I'd love to go to a World Cup. Where's the next one being held? Is it decided yet? I'm so out of the loop. Oh yeah, and Zetinis is right, by the way. If you want to watch the World Cup games, get a really cheap VPN and just go on iPlayer or ITV. Dead easy.
Isn't Canada a potential one?
Nicholas shouted Canada. North America. Oh, you're right, I think. Oh yeah, you're right. It's Vancouver's involved, isn't it? Oh, we said we might go, didn't we, Nicola? Oh, okay. So Nicola's got family over in Vancouver, and we might go one day. Rooms would be 4, 3 or 4, yeah. Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? It's in North America. Oh, is Vancouver involved? Mexico, US, and Canada, I think, next World Cup, according to Zetanist. If it gets to North America, if they win it, if they won it, or is it actually confirmed? That's phenomenal. So basically, Nicola has family living in Vancouver, so we might go over for that. And little Ruben will be, he'll be nearly 4 years old. No, he'll be 3.5 years old at that point, which would be bloody adorable. So we'll go over with him, watch him. About 3 or 4 years ago, me and Nicola went to... God, it was that long ago. Jesus Christ. We went to Vancouver, me and Nicola, and we had a great time there. It was incredible, man. It was incredible. I love it. I would live there, happily. Around BC. I like Mount Alex. I think he's a decent player, but I must admit, in a World Cup, I would just like the flair and the magic of Foden. I think he'd do a lot more. By the way, I'm not just trying to say this as a City fan, but did anyone notice when Grealish and Foden came on how much better, like technically they were in terms of keeping the ball than most of England's players? And England have got very good players, but they're just better. They were just better. Like technically. They looked like a bunch of Spanish peak players that come on. You could just tell there was another quality of technical ability. Like England are good at it as well, keeping the ball, but Foden and Grealish are on another level in terms of that understanding of how to maintain possession. Pure Pep. Yeah, same. I'd like to go to Finland as well one day, Esteemed. I saw your Prime Minister on Somebody FIFA. She's great. I feel like the US. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Fuck, man, that was big from Pulisic. That was a big chance. That's a chance. It was a half chance. It was nothing. Through the legs, I think. Was it through the legs? No. Oh, Mason, Ruben was on camera before, actually. We scrolled back about 20 minutes. Nicola brought him up. I can hear him crying downstairs, actually, so I don't think he'll be in the chat anytime soon. I think he's probably due a nappy change. I think his mum is on it now. Go on, Raz. I saw Mount on the ball once, and he gave it away. What's wrong with Finland at the moment, Zatanist? Top 3 albums of all time. One of them's over there. That pillow there. See it at the back there. That one over there. That's Arcade Fire. Funeral. That's one of my favourite albums. In Rainbows by Radiohead. Well, they're my 1 and 2. My third one is really hard to choose. Or is it Ember's part of the Echoes? No. Yeah, those two. Oh, it's so hard. It'd probably be one that me and Nicola have together. Like, there's probably better albums, but, you know. Everything, I reckon. Man Alive, maybe, or something like that, because me and Nicola have a lot of times to that. But In Rainbows and Funeral or two. I would love to write music again, Joseph Lee, but I think one day I'll set up, like, my guitar somewhere in the house. I'm going to set up in the garage one day, I reckon. But the garage is still a mess since we moved in. I've not really got time to it. I'm going to try and set up my stuff in here a little bit so I can play some music every now and then. But I think I'm a bit too old for writing music again. I'll do it as a hobby, but not as a career. That makes sense. It isn't called soccer, Adam. How dare you? Yeah, we'll trust the people who know what they're doing in this sport, you know? We'll ask the experts. It won't be a draw, man, guy. I think England will win this, I reckon. I think there'll be a quality late on. I think England will make some changes. To be honest, it is crying out for Foden. Foden would be great in this game. Maybe Joseph, maybe some music streams. By the way, I'm going to start Football Manager streams eventually. I'm getting a free copy, apparently, because I was in a Football Manager advert. Did you see that? They used a clip of mine, so they said to send me a copy, which you haven't done yet, by the way, Football Manager. Send me that copy. So I'm going to start doing it. Yeah, USA have impressed so far, I wonder if you. To be honest, Ron Wolf, it's more that I did it an awful long time ago, so it's the music thing. I'm just a bit tired from it. I've got a bit of tinnitus and all that these days, and my creative spark's gone a little bit. I'm 37, mate, so... so you got 10 years on me there. My first band I started when I was about 23, I think, actually. Oh... Stone's defending really well there. I think so far the USA have done well. They've honestly impressed. They've had obviously the better chances. Genuinely have. England started well, but the USA have been really good, honestly. Do you know what my third favourite album would probably be? At the time, the impact the Strokes had on me is just it. It's up there. Or probably Absolution by Muse. I know Muse aren't cool these days, but those two albums really had a massive impact on me musically. I was obsessed with them. Yeah, Is This It by by The Strokes, or Absolution by Muse, or probably Origin of Symmetry actually by Muse. Like Newborn, a tune. Oh, I got a Newborn now actually. Those are bigger for me back in the day. A lot of Foles albums as well. What went down by Foles? Like Muse, I think got shy, but earlier the first three albums of Muse were brilliant. The first three, they just were. I maintain they were incredible band. First two or three Arcade Fire albums. Go on, England. Not much going on in this game. It's pretty dead. Yeah, maybe Cameron, but I think it would have been. Yeah, he's lucky, but it's touch and go. But he's playing well though. He's England's best defender. Probably City's best defender. He's one of the best in the world. It's been vaguely disappointing, hasn't it, Zetanis, this World Cup? I've sort of enjoyed it though. The games I have caught, I've been lucky to be honest. I've not caught many of the 0-0s. The ones I have seen have been pretty decent. Get a Foden and Grealish on, man. I didn't realise Musa was only 19 years old. Just doing a bit of research there. Yeah, there was goals everywhere in the last World Cup, wasn't there? This one's been dead. But I don't know. I wonder if it's because, like... I actually weirdly think it's because it's mid-season, so the players are a lot more... Well, they're all very match fit, aren't they? So they're more... Like, in the summer, they're a bit knackered at the end of the season, so it's a bit more open. But right now, all the players are very fit because they've been doing their normal season. So I do think they're all kind of ready for it. So I think, basically, there's a little bit of lack of fluidity, which you need fluidity and creativity to score goals. So it's hard to score goals when you haven't got that fluidity because you don't play very often. But it's easier to be solid and defensively solid. So I think basically that's it. I think the players are fit, so they're organised, but they haven't got the creativity within the structure, which comes with repetition. But it suits defenders, I would say this. I think it suits structure and organisation, the timing of it. He is a high-risk player, Joseph Foden, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. Weston McKennie's got Premier League written all over him, hasn't he? How old is he? I don't actually know how old he is. Let's have a look. Let me look into it. Getting forward again here, the US, man. Looking good. Better team so far. Oh, 98 born. He's only 24. Good ball. Saka's done well there to skip past him. Can he? Oh, it's just shy for England. Like this there. Yeah, 24. He's got Premier League written all over him. Let's be honest. Yeah, it's a shame with all the injuries because obviously there's so much riding on the season that they're playing at full pelt and the kind of injuries that you wouldn't even notice during the season, but it's just enough to take you out for the whole tournament. Obviously, there's definitely some English, so I'm obviously rooting for England. Emotionally, look, if it's not England, I wouldn't begrudge Argentina winning it for Messi. Oh, Des nearly got through there, by the way. Because I just love Messi, and I think him cementing his legacy, in my opinion, is the greatest ever, would be fitting. But then obviously Belgium for KDB. If Portugal won it, I'm not sure if I could take Ronaldo, wouldn't it? But I'd be happy for Ronaldo, Ruben, Diaz, and Joao Cancelo, of course. But But yeah, I guess I need the City lads. I'm not sure I could deal with fucking Ronaldo carrying a World Cup around. It'd drive me mad. I can't stand Ronaldo. That honestly, he's just fucking triggers the shit out of me. Yeah, he lives rent free in my head. I can't. I'll admit it. I'm open enough to admit it. But I fucking hate him. I just hate Ronaldo with a passion. That's me personally. So overall is my wanting Bernardo to do well. I still think it'll be Brazil, by the way. I think Brazil will win it. You know. I said still. I went for Argentina. Didn't know my preview. I'm fickle. Anyone but Brazil for Cameron? Well, how come, man? They're probably the best team. Spain, by the way. Yeah, they look remarkable. I'd be happy for Rodri to win it. Ferran and Garcia too, ex-City players. Look, Ronaldo's clearly a brilliant player. I would never ever doubt that. I just think he's a prick. As simple as that. I can't. I think he's. What makes him brilliant, obviously, is the fact that he's self-obsessed. But he's also self-obsessed, and people who are extreme narcissists are not very likable. For me, they're not anyway. I think you can be great and great. You know, I think you can be great off the pitch. I always think of people like, you know, Michael Johnson, the runner, or Roger Federer, people like that, you know, or even Messi to an extent, you know, like who play the game at such a high level, who are geniuses, you know, Cruyff, Zidane, likable people off the pitch, and like, I think you can be brilliant and you can be the best, and you can still be a role model. But I think Ronaldo is personally. He's a role model for his work ethic, but the way he treats him is yeah, I don't know. Messi's boring as anything, by the way. I'm not going to pretend he's got a great personality, but he just plays football and he just kind of lets his football do the talking, which is a cliche, but it's sort of true. He's an introvert. Yeah, he's an introvert. Yeah, it doesn't make it entertaining, but I don't know. Maybe it's my age. Maybe it was a little bit. No, I don't think I would ever, because I'm not that kind of person. You guys know me for watching videos. I've just got a very simple rule in life: just don't be a dickhead. That is exactly my rule in life. Just try not to be a dickhead. And a lot of people tend to cross that boundary an awful lot of times. So Ronaldo bugged me when I was 16 years old as well. You know, I wasn't 16. I was probably a bit older than that. When did Ronaldo come into when did he start? You know, what? I might have been about a bit older than that, probably about 20 when he was at United. I love him at City, Andrew Gio, because I think he's got loads of potential. Go on, Bellingham. He hesitated a bit there. Oh, nice from Shaw. Oh, that's good football, that. Shaw's excellent for England, man. I can't deny it. Saka with a chance. Shaw, Berto, Carlos, man. England have been poor, actually. Like my actual favourite at the time was the real Ronaldo, you know, Luis Nazario de Lima Ronaldo, an absolute genius, a fucking genius. If he hadn't injuries, he'd be the greatest of all time, in my opinion. He was Cristiano and Messi, somewhere in between him. Yeah, I love Ronaldo, the original one, R9. Oh, good effort from Mount. The USA have always been good keepers, haven't they? I think it's good. They're an athletic country, aren't they? And the goalkeeper's in an athletic position. Do you reckon our goalkeepers in the US, are they like the ones who tried to do like NFL or whatever and who weren't quite good enough, so they went into soccer and they were just good at goalkeeping? I feel like they played other sports like basketball and, you know, American football, and they weren't quite good at it, so they went naturally into keeping. My favourite sport, Joseph, other than thingy, is probably tennis. Actually, I used to watch a lot of sports when I was younger. Half time. Let me do a quick tweet, by the way. That was poor. But I love tennis. I think tennis is fascinating. I think it's the most interesting psychological sport in the world. I mean, that was pretty dull, wasn't it? Yeah, tennis for me. I bloody love it. Anyway, that was half time. It's 0-0. What do you all make of it? That was pretty dire, if I'm being honest. I'll try and get the stats up on screen right now and see how that's going down. England versus the US. I mean, it's 0-0 at half time. I think the US should feel really confident about that. Here we go, at half time. These are the stats. England, 49% probability to win the game. But possession is 62% for England. Only 5 shots for England, 1 on target. The USA with 1 on target, 6 shots, but of course they hit the crossbar as well, which doesn't count as a shot on target. Danny Murphy, I don't know how you don't get that. Only 38% possession, but what they've done with the ball has been really encouraging. So far, I think the US will be very, very comfortable with this. 301 passes to their 183 for England, but still, it's not a massive discrepancy between the two teams, and the US will be really, really confident. I think England have been pretty poor, if we're being honest. I think England still likely are the favourites here, but it hasn't been a classic by any stretch of the imagination. I do think they've got an awful lot going for them in this game so far. What do you make of the game? Please do let me know so far. We should bring Kane on, says Ant. Whey! Get Kane on. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I think Kane's been all right. It's just it hasn't been sorry, the wife's distracting me. Nicola? She can't hear me. It hasn't been a classic half. It's been tough for Kane to get involved. I really do think, though, obviously, like if they work the ball a bit faster towards him, I think it's in the midfield. By the way, I don't think Rice and Bellingham have taken control of the game at all with Mount. I'd get Foden on, man. You need a little bit of magic and a little bit of control. And Grealish and Foden, I actually think this game's crying out for them because they will keep the ball in a way that those two can't. I think there'd be a really, really a sensible move. Bellingham's a brilliant player, but he has been quiet today. He is only young, don't forget, as well. So sometimes the weight of expectation or the pressure that comes from everyone paying attention to him for the past week, that can get to you a little bit, massively. Like I would Bellingham, I'd keep him on, but he isn't playing that well. Likewise, Rice, and they've got to control the ball a little better. Look, do you know what would do better for this midfield right now? He'll never do it, but Phillips, Grealish and Foden midfield would keep the ball better and be more creative. He won't do that, but that would instantly improve his team. I know I've got my City hat on there, but I'm talking purely in terms of recycling the ball and possession and so on. The wife's in the chat. The wife, I saw your message, but I'm very distracted. I'll come back to you after half time in 10 minutes. It'll probably be like 9:30, Nicola, if I'm being honest. That's the thing. I'd probably be about 9:10, Nicola. Is that all right? Did Franks do that? And Frank, she's asking me about my burger order. And it wouldn't be the burger, it'd be the chicken burger. It'd be the Tony Wong one, Nicola. She's asking me my order. I'll go for it because my stomach's feeling fine. Midfielder passing so slow, he doesn't give the forward space. Yeah, I agree. That's it. We're not moving the ball very well in England. So, Maxi reckons Kane, Sterling, Trippier, Mount off. All of them off. Foden, Walker, Grealish and any other striker. Get your City hat on. I love it, man. Get Calvin Phillips on for the rest of it too. Who don't want to win? I'm an England fan. So, definitely England, Ellie. Foden suits this game perfectly. He does. I actually agree. I don't think I'm being biased here. I think he just suits it. I think we need a spark of magic in the middle. Someone who's going to turn and drive forward and use the ball a little bit more creatively. Has to be Foden for me. And we look at that bench right now as it scrolls across the bottom. Who we got there? Walker, Dyer, Cody. Alexander-Arnold? No, he won't come on. Henderson, do not bring Henderson on. There's no point. We don't need him. Calvin Phillips is probably not needed either. Phil Foden just makes an awful lot of sense. Rashford might just make sense as well, you know. Rashford might make a sense. Grealish, Rashford, Foden. Rashford was good the other day. He runs at people, and I really like that. I like his aggression. So I wouldn't be asked about Rashford coming on. He just suits this kind of these vibes of this tournament. He's in good form at the moment. The wife, by the way, she's just texted me saying what do I want from the takeaway. So she's a good egg. There's a place called Frank's Burgers over in Ravensbottom. We do the best things in the world, and it's the chicken burger. Nicola is she's watching still. Is it definitely the Tony Wong one? You know what I mean? It's got like yeah. I'll check. But she's the best. But I reckon to me it's gonna be like I think England's second half. I think England come better. Brazil are better. Eli obviously. But I do think England should do better in this one. They should do better. And I think they will do. Colin, how dare you, man? How dare you? No, I'll allow it. Ruben will captain England in 20 years. You're absolutely right. I can't be honest. There's no good Chinese around here as Esteemed, unfortunately. Stephen, how do you feel about the fact that Foden, Grealish, Walker and Phillips haven't even started a game? Well, I didn't expect Walker and Phillips to, because obviously they've been injured. They would start if they were fit. Yeah, obviously they haven't got the fitness. I'm not disappointed by that. Foden, to me, should be built around. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. I don't see any scenario where him not playing makes sense. Just play him. He's Phil Foden, you idiots. You know, it isn't complicated. He's the best. He's the best midfielder that England have got. I think honestly he's a superstar. You build a team around him, but Southgate doesn't seem to trust him for that level. I don't understand why. Just do it, you idiots. But we'll never know. We'll never understand that. But that's Southgate for you. He's very conservative. I don't think England have played that badly. It's just a bit underwhelming so far. I do expect England to find another level. But the US, man, if you're watching this now and you're a US fan, how are you feeling about it? You feeling good? You should be feeling good. You've done well. You've done really well. The US team is surprisingly more technical than expected, says Andrew. They thought they would be all pace and athleticism. They have got technical players. I mean, you look at the US team. I'll bring it up on screen now, and they've got a lot of experience there, man. Like, it's a better team than they're given credit for. You've got Musa, who's playing over in Valencia. That's impressive. Then you've got, of course, Tyler Adams. Obviously, literally a Premier League player, Leipzig as well previously. That's a good experience there. Weston McKennie over at Juventus. These aren't nobody players. Tim Weah, of course, has got a lot of. Wasn't he at Celtic? If I imagine that PSG at one point. Yeah, PSG and Celtic and Lille. So they've got a lot of quality there. And Pulisic, of course, we all know about Dortmund and Chelsea. This isn't a bunch of players. This is the only guy I don't really know much about. I had you right. He plays over in Turkey, I think, at the moment. But this isn't a bunch of players that don't have experience. This guy literally plays for Barcelona, man, on loan at AC Milan, Dest. And of course, you've got Fulham player Anthony Robertson, Tim Ream, another Premier League player at Fulham. It's a very experienced team. Zimmerman, obviously, one of the few actual MLS players in the team. But either way, it's a technical bunch of players. You've got to appreciate the quality that they've got. So they are improving. They are proving fast as a team. So I admire them. I think they're a good team, and they've obviously got a lot of European experience, and that'll team. They're only a young team, so they'll grow as well. And they've got people like Gio Reyna on the bench as well, so fair play to him. Ream is Fulham's captain, so there you go, as Ants just pointed out in the chat. I do think England will change it. They should change it. Southgate should do. I'm not sure if he will do, but he should do. Guys, can you do me a massive favour, by the way? A huge favour. Just one simple favour. It's dead easy. Subscribe and hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Come on, there's 70 odd people watching. You can get the likes up. It would be hugely appreciated. Come on. So what's everyone reckon in the second half? Noah's scared about England's second half subs. Yeah, I think it will change it. Joseph, I agree. Foden should be on. When he played false nine for England, he was good too. He's a quality player. I don't get why we're not building the team around him personally. I would. I'd have him at number 10, and I think he'd thrive there. Thank you very much, Metaliton. Beppy saying, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Do it. It's good for you. It's good for you all. I can't wait for City to come back, by the way, because this channel isn't an England channel. You can tell. Like, people just aren't as interested, because I get it. It's international football and so on. But I can't wait to get the City chat back. But I do think England will change it. They will change it. It'll be a better half in the second half, I reckon. Just 2 City doesn't want Phil on the pitch. Oh, thank you so much for joining up, Zetanis. You absolute superstar, man. I can't update the wall just yet, Zetanis, but I wanted to say thank you very much. You're my man, Zetanis. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the Academy, superstar. Massively appreciate it, pal. Nicholas audio takeaway. Tony Wonging away for 21.15, 21.45. Thank you very much, beautiful. I love you loads. Everyone say thank you to the wife who's just ordered a takeaway for me to arrive after done my streaming today. What a superstar. What a superstar. What are you getting yourself, wife? Get yourself something, order yourself something. I'll pay for it. No worries, it's fine, Ennis. Don't worry, mate. Wonder if you said, would you rather England win the World Cup or City get Champions League? Oh, City, easily. City. Every single time. City in the Champions League, always. To me, it's a no-brainer. Just stand up and get the charger, Nicola. Don't worry, she's a 1%. But either way, as long as you're okay. Well, at some point, put Ruben down and get the charger. But yeah, it's England. England World Cup, maybe right now. But to be honest, for me, it's City. I care about City more than I care about England. I always have done. City win the Champions League would change my life. England win the World Cup, yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be fun for a bit, but I think City win the Champions League to me would be way more exciting. Like every minute of my waking life, every single hour of my life, I think about Man City. Like literally, it passes my mind every single hour. Like there's never a day that I don't think of Manchester City Football Club. And as I said, it's probably every hour that I think of City, just because of what I do for a living and because I've supported City for 30 odd years. England is not the same. I don't think about England in the same way because I just don't. I never have done. So yeah, it's City. I get it for other countries, but I guess the Premier League is so big that the Premier League is bigger than international football. It just is. For me, it is anyway. So it's obviously more regular as well. So it's more of an emotional connection for me. Cameron saying my worst fear would be Rashford and Foden at 60 minutes. That would be bad for the Americans. Your channel would explode as well if we win Champions League. Yeah, I'd love it, man. I would love it. I just want to see a City do it. It'd just be incredible. I want to see Foden and De Bruyne lift the Champions League, They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. I'm gutted that Sergio, Vinny, David, Fernandinho, people like that, Zaba, didn't get a Champions League because they should have got a Champions League. But City are ready for it now. It's the final step. Oh, thank you very much, Metalitin. Massively appreciated. I'll do a proper stream with Ruben one day. It'll be good. It'll be good fun. I'll get him on the stream and I'll have it scheduled and we'll have a big chat together. It's hard though because a couple of times I've gone to do it and then he's just had a feeding frenzy and gone crazy because babies are like that. And he's gone rah, and he turns to full on gremlin mode, which he wasn't expecting, and it becomes difficult. But he's adorable. USA, Kevin Modi, USA. None of that shit on this channel. Nah, you must be proud of your team though, you Yanks. You must be proud. You're getting better. Colin wants Rainer and Aronson on. I don't know much about Aronson. I'm looking at him right now. He plays... who's he at? Leeds at Leeds. Shit. Oh, God, he is. You're right. Fair play. He must have been another one that came in at the same time as Adams. I didn't realise. Yeah, he seems like a good shout. Aronson and Rainer would be a great shout for you guys. Oh, Maguire's always good for England, and so I was saying in the first half that I get it. I know he hasn't been playing well for United, but it makes sense because there's a familiarity to it, isn't he? Like I get why Southgate would play it because it just makes sense, And there's a kind of, it's almost like a release for Maguire to play for England these days. It's somewhere that he understands. His teammates respect him. He plays well there. Classic tropes. Oh, nice, David. It's that time. It's that time, innit? We're all getting married, all having babies. Good luck to you, mate, as well. Good luck. Yeah, but the US have been good. It's been impressive. I do think England will win it, though. I do think there's another level for England to go. That's what I would say. If I was an American fan now, I'd be a little bit worried that England haven't really played that well. I think there's another gear or two for them to go up, and I think that could be bad news. It could be bad news basically for you guys because I think England so far have coasted and still be in the game, but there is another step of quality that they're going to be able to find. I personally reckon, and that could be a bit of a difference maker. And I do think they'll have some big chances, and I think they've got the quality to take them. That's the thing. So far, they haven't really created the chances, so they're not going to take the chances they haven't created, but they're going to come at some point. And when they do, I expect they'll be pretty clinical in front of goal because obviously the experience that they got with Sterling and so on, and Kane and Saka, who's proven that we can score. It could be interesting to see how it goes down. even Summer says, how are you feeling about this new concept where every stoppage adds up to a very long extra time? Do you prefer it over the usual 2-5 minutes for World Cup? I like the theory of it. For what it's worth, I do think wasting time still works. I know you get more time, but they waste time to get to 90 minutes because once it gets to 90 minutes, it feels frantic. Even if there's 10 minutes to play, it's psychological, isn't it? So I think the players are going to continue time wasting, by the way. Just because they're playing the time, it doesn't mean they won't time waste. They're time wasting to get to that point because it makes teams frantic and stressed and it disrupts the rhythm. So, yeah. I like the idea, though. At least to get the time back. But I do think that it's not going to change anything. I don't think it'll change anything at all. Shane Madison's not available, isn't it? Because I just saw him then walking onto the pitch. Obviously, he's in a tracksuit because he's not fit. But Madison would have been great for this game. But he's got an injury, hasn't he? But I sort of like the idea of it. Second half about to be underway. What's everyone's predictions? Come on, England. Sorry, Americans. We're off. No changes, I think, at half time. Any American changes? It's a little bit cold up here. Let me get my fleece on. I'm just not that England passionate, Messelin, so I can't go for it. Do you know what? One day, Joseph, I probably will use that second channel. I just don't know what to use it for. I've always wanted to do games and stuff like that. I might also use it one day as a generic football channel. Yeah, because I did some film reviews for a while, didn't I? But I ran out of time, if I'm being honest. I was just too busy. But maybe one day again, I'll probably bring it back for like a general football channel, like a Premier League channel. You know the way that like James Lawrence Alcott does. I'll just have Stephen McInerney and just talk about football. You know, Rory does it as well. Would anyone watch that? I'd love to do just general football chat. Get some guests on regularly, you know? Have a bit of a panel vibe going on. Matty, Twitch streams just ran out of time, mate, if I'm being honest. Like, I think people don't quite realise how much my life changed in the past year. Like, I moved house and I spent all my time decorating it because Nicola got pregnant. We got married, and when you organise your own wedding and you try and organise a house and your wife gets pregnant and all this kind of stuff, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot to do, and I had a lot of pressure on me, all that kind of stuff. So the Twitch stream stopped because we moved house, and I never got a new setup going properly, and I didn't get on I haven't got like my when we were in a flat, my laptop stuff was right next to, and my finger was right. It was in the living room because it's the only place it could be. So I was next to the TV. But now all this setup I've got up here and all my my Mac and stuff, it's nowhere near the TV downstairs. So I can't stream games because I haven't got games up here. The console's downstairs. I haven't got a TV up here. But eventually, one day over there, where my whiteboard is, I'm going to put a TV there, so I can sit opposite and play some games. Eventually. Though I could stream Football Manager on my Mac, so I might do that. I've not played Football Manager for like a decade though, so I've got a feeling I'll do that thing where I start it and go like, I have no idea what's going on. You guys have to talk me through it. Do you know what? If I was a PC gamer, I would set in this, but I'm not a PC gamer. I've got a Mac M1, which is mini, which is great actually. It's brilliant. They're on the counter again, the USA here. Good block from Stonesy. McKennie's pinged it over from range. Good defending that from Stonesy. England not good at it. Yeah, to be honest, I've got nothing against PCs yet in this, but I mean, I got a MacBook ages ago, and I got so used to it. Like, I'm not even an iPhone person either. I've got a Pixel 6, you know, so I'm not that bothered about Mac or anything like that. I just sort of like the interface. It's not like a preference. No, I got a Mac years ago because my singer in my band had a Mac for the music stuff. All the software we're using. So I got a Mac too so I could have all the same versions, if that makes sense. So and ever since I've been stuck on it. It was just basically easier. Oh, I can never be asked about modding. Oh, go on, Sterling. Done really well there. Oh no, good defending from Robertson. He's a good player, Brian. I said that earlier after the Fulham Liverpool game that I'd take Robertson at City. He's obviously work in progress, but I like him. I am knackered, guys. Robertson, the only thing about Robinson is that he's got a lot to. I mean, technically, he's got a little bit to improve. Like, I don't think he's smooth enough quite yet. But then get him on the rondos, get him passing, you know, the little triangles, constantly assisting Guardiola, improving his technique, and you've got a great all-round fullback there. But he's not obviously got quite the rhythm yet to be a City player, because City demand technical excellence, don't you, on another level. But you never know. England have been shite. Yeah, Tim Reeve is playing well. I do believe, by the way, I think you're all right about Foden. He's just the exact right call. Like, he's the exact right call. Mount's a tidy player, but I've seen moments of brilliance from Mount. I have. But I don't think he suits this level in terms of this competition, this style. Like, he recycles things well, but I do think you need some explosive brilliance. To me, I don't know. I'd want a little bit of magic. Saka running forward. Roberts has done really well there. Good defending. They've been great, the US. Fair play to him. Adams has been great, hasn't he? McKennie. Those two have been fantastic in midfield. This game for England is screaming for a bit of magic. I agree. I agree, Ant, with like Grealish, Foden, Madison. Like, they would just, the dynamic needs to change because England are creating nothing at all. But Southgate is so fucking cautious. I feel like you're a little bit ahead of me, Andrew. I think the ITV app's a bit slow. Let's see what should be a red. Oof, that looked tough, that, man. That did look tough on Weah, didn't it? That would be a good signing for Leicester, by the way, Robertson. Ooh, that's bad from Shaw. He's over the ball there, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they. He's the only good thing. The only thing that gets in the way is that his foot wasn't really high. He stood on his boot as opposed to his ankle. I think he's hit his boot. So I think you might get a yellow card for that because he's just missed it. If it was a little bit higher, maybe. Oh, my man Scott is in the chat. USA, USA. Good luck to both teams. Hopefully, you both go through. Do you know what? I would be happy for the US to go through, though. Obviously, my dad's Welsh. I've got to back the Welsh, but they're going out anyway, let's be honest. Scott, my man, how you doing? Big Enemy Energy. I kind of want, to be honest, I do want the USA to go through because obviously so many of you guys over here, so many blue Citizen Blues, US Blues. What am I on about? It's a tired boy. How you doing, Scott? You good, man? I hope. Thank you, legend. By the way, I do hope it happens. If you beat Iran, I think you'll go through. To be honest, I think that was a yellow card. I don't think it was a red card. Oh, where are you in? Are you in like a? There's loads of American fans. That's great news. Whereabouts? We're in Detroit, right, Scott? Is that right, Detroit? I forgot it right. I love that. I love that. Now over in the States, football has big audiences. Nice from Kane, that. It's getting better, isn't it? No card. Yeah, I think they missed it, but to me, it wasn't a red, I don't think, because I don't think he was high. Oh, Scott's in Detroit, Joseph, yeah. But I love the idea that there were fan bars going on, like what they called fan zones. No, it was no card given. I think the referee missed it, but they won't call it back via VAR for a yellow, but they call it back for a red. So if they missed the yellow, they would never say anything. But I don't think it was a red personally. I get you, Scott. It's like I'm technically not in Manchester, but I say it. You know, I'm outside in Manchester, but you know, it's the closest place. I was in Manchester, but not anymore. Come on, England. Fucking have him. Ah, Stonesy. That's a perfectly good challenge with Saka. That was bullshit, man. That was bullshit. Steven's a Burnley boy now. I'm not a Burnley boy. I live in Ramsbottom, mate. Bury. I'm a Bury boy, actually. But though Ruben was born in Burnley, unfortunately, sadly. Yeah, I live in Bury, really. Ramsbottom's in Bury, which is sort of North Manchester. Great, is it? It's more Lancashire, really, isn't it? Feels weird to say Manchester. Have it, because that's an old one, isn't it? PK. Yeah, and I'm not a massive England fan either, but obviously when you're watching the games, and usually when I've got people around, but we've watched these at home on TV on my own, but generally having people around watching the games is good fun. You get more into it, don't you? Obviously I'll choose Rayner, because he's a City lad, isn't he? Zetanist. I think Pulisic's probably a better player currently. Good ball. Oh, nearly. US looking good here, you know. Honestly, they've been even. Like, I cannot believe that Southgate has just done nothing. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Meta-Latin, it's just because the Premier League's bigger than international football. It just is for us, because it's obviously so competitive, and everyone looks at it. It's hard for us not to take it. I don't. To be fair, I don't really sit and moan about Foden and Kodak play. I do actually. I'm doing it right now. But yeah, it's because it just feels bigger watching the Champions League and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, but I mean, I do it as well. Honestly, I do. I want to see what. For years for England, it was obviously Sterling and fucking Stones and Walker and Foden and Grealish, and it's just fundamentally hard to cheer for United players, you know, or Liverpool players. It just feels different. It just feels different. Like a lot of lower league fans, tend to follow England a lot more. Jerry, my man, Jerry saying not seen the USA play this way under Berhalter ever. Match of their lives. Feels like it will be 1-0 England. The US will bemoan all the missed chances. Yes, you're playing well. You are genuinely playing well. And you must be, must be buzzing. I'm not trying to be a downer on it, but I think England have played badly as well. Like, I think they played well, but I think England have also been poor. But you look like you look like a competent, good team. You can tell that the US have come a long, long way. Berhalter, he's done well for him, and you will be disappointed when England inevitably score a goal. I can absolutely admit the World Cup's the biggest sporting competition in the world. It is. It just is. It's just it's weird. It's just the Premier League's just so big. It's so consuming. Thing is, like a lot of lower league team players, their fans follow England because it's their exposure to top level football. In terms of like you see the England fans, and you'll see flags for like Bromley and Margate, and it'll be like Telford England fans and whatever. It'll be random places, provincial towns, where and it's because they don't get to go to European games, or they don't get to travel too much for their team. Where City fans do, United fans do, Liverpool fans do. So it's not as exciting because we get to go to big stadiums all the time and see the big superstars all the time. Yeah, there we go. England band, Sheffield Wednesday fans. Obviously, they were once up there, but things have changed since then. That's impressive, Zetanissi, to be honest, mate. Expected goals, the USA winning. What fucking bugs me about Southgate is he's done nothing, no changes whatsoever. He's just happy with this. I mean, it's piss poor, to be honest. Jerry's saying USA is zero pace, the slowest team I can recall in decades. Pace has always been equalised, but this squad is different. You're technically better, though. You're technically better, I would say, Jerry, than you used to be. And you're doing better than other USA teams. So, a bit slower, but technically better. Kane has been absolutely marked out of this. Oh, I'd love to be in Jamaica now, Moses. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I definitely cared a bit about England when they were City was shit. I used to be buzzing when like Barton and Wright Phillips got called up for England. I was fucking buzzing. I was absolutely buzzing. It was a thrill to see them. Joe, that's an interesting question. Josie put, I live in Singapore, a tiny country, so I don't know much about bigger countries like England that have states. We don't have states, we have like counties, we have cities, like, we're obviously nowhere near as big as America or whatever. But is town province identity? Yeah, town identity is huge. Like you can have places where it's got 250,000 people, like Rochdale, and it's so different to Burnley, which is so different to like a place like St Helens, which is on the outside of Liverpool, and then there's so many provincial towns, but they've all got their own personalities, and there's loads of cities in England, and then people from Bristol, like Bath and Bristol are relatively near each other, but they're so different, like Liverpool and Manchester. Listen to those accents; they're half an hour away from each other, just 30 minutes. But listen how different the people are, and then people from Sunderland are so different to people from Newcastle. Then Newcastle is only around the corner from Scotland, and you go 30 minutes from Liverpool and you've got Wales and it's a different accent. So massively. The identities, it shifts so much, Like the Midlands is only like Birmingham accent's only an hour and a half, 2 hours down the motorway, and that's so different once again. So like there's a massive like difference in identity in all these little provincial towns, and it's just how it is, and that's what I love about England. To be fair, it's full of culture that way. Jerry with the super chat says USA have been lucky Southgate hasn't seen fit to start Phil. You're probably right, mate. He said he thinks he changed dramatically if Phil comes on. Jerry, you're right, man. I absolutely agree. If Phil comes on, I think he changes his dynamic. Likewise, Grealish in this game. And that's not my City hat. I just think it's what is needed. Rashford, Grealish, Foden. They changed this forward line massively, in my personal opinion. It's very stoic and repetitive at the moment. Like it's tough, but it's just nothing's happening. Yeah, as Ant just said, Leicester and Coventry are 10 minutes away. It's like a different country. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, to be honest, how many 5 million total? It's a small place. England got like 70 million, isn't it? So we're not a giant compared to like the US or whatever. We're still a relatively small country, but in general, yeah, like it's a lot of different personalities and accents, and it's all very different. It's mad. Like people from Manchester are nothing like people from Liverpool, who are nothing like people from Newcastle, who are nothing like people from Somerset, who are nothing like people from Birmingham, who are nothing like people from London. Genuinely, all such different people. General rule of thumb, though, and it's not. There's obviously exceptions. The further you go north in the UK, the nicer everyone gets. That's in my opinion. Everyone's very busy in London. Yeah, they haven't got time for you. Is Jack coming on? Nice. Come on, Jack. Southgate's frustrating, Andrew. He's an incredibly conservative manager. He doesn't take risks. And Henderson coming on as well. Fucking great. That'll do it. Oh, Cornwall's great, Nicholas. I did say there was exceptions. Oh, you know, Cornwall's great. I love down in Devon, Cornwall, lovely people. And of course they are, because they live in Cornwall, which is a beautiful place. Yeah, of course that's an est. It's always the way. London's just full of dicks. Jerry's right. It is. I'm sorry to anyone. Obviously, it's exceptions. There are always exceptions everywhere, but it's too busy and self-important, London. Manchester's a big city with big city, but still has a small town feel at times. Manchester, like you can get anywhere in 10 minutes in Manchester. Ooh, I can imagine that in Southport. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of small places. Oh, no one there at all. Get Foden on. Joe wins World Cups. Brave managers. It isn't complicated, is it? Just put Foden on, you know? Ernest, just stay in the centre, mate. Just don't go into the outskirts, because there's dodgy areas everywhere in Manchester. And just don't go any dark alleys at night time. Look, Manchester's alright. I'm born and bred in Manchester, so I'm allowed to say it. Manchester can be a bit of a dive at times. There's a lot of druggies and all that kind of stuff. But there's also a lot of culture and great music and good bars and stuff like that. There's also a lot of knobheads, so just be careful where you go. But just stay around the centre. But next time you go to Manchester, send me an email and I'll send you some places to go. I can recommend some beautiful places. Just don't go near Piccadilly Gardens, yeah. Piccadilly Gardens, right near the train station, it's fucking abysmal. It's an embarrassment, actually. It's the first place most people see in Manchester, and it's a genuine embarrassment. Come on, England. This is dead, man. This is a dead game. I just don't get why Foden wouldn't come on. It's not complicated at all, is it? Grealish is coming out at least. Foden is like a little bit of magic. At least Jack's on, man. Bellingham been poor today, by the way. Says it all, doesn't it? You know. Matty, you say that, Matty, but do you remember that one time when they played him in midfield and he was fucking brilliant, Foden? But then he's never played him there again. I don't know. He puts him as a winger. I think for England, play him central. DB Imjo about Piccadilly Gardens. I'm literally old enough to remember when it was actual gardens. Some of my earliest memories as a kid, when I was about 5-6 years old, there was actual gardens and plants and stuff like that. I remember my nan and my dad and my mum walking me around it and stuff, and it was nice. It was actually nice. There was obviously the odd druggie around them, but at least it looked pretty, you know. It looked nice at least, and now it's just a fucking dive. They sold it out, didn't some contractors, and they can't really do anything to it. It's pathetic. It was against Iceland, Metalin, I think, wasn't it? It was against Iceland, and Iceland aren't much, you know. They're still a decent team. They're not nobody's Iceland, you know what I mean? Go on, Jack. Look, a bit of energy there from Grealish. Running at people. Mount's been absolutely shite, I'm going to be honest. I hate to be Mr. Negative, but it's just true. He's been shite. I do wish England had a manager, you know, who was just... He's just interesting, you know? Creative. I would rather, you know, die trying than fail being boring. It's just more interesting, isn't it? Come on, England. Yeah, I felt bad about Stefan, but Stefan's been shy, hasn't he, for Middlesbrough as well? He's had a pretty poor loan there. Poor Zach. Hasn't gone well for him. But it's been in his own hands, you know, if he played well. I agree, DB. That's the one thing about Manchester I hate. There's no green spaces. There should be. They've just opened a new one, actually, haven't they? They've opened a new thing near Mayfield, or whatever it's called. I haven't been to that yet. I do remember them, Dudley. They were horrible. They were some of the worst places you'll ever cross. Yeah, this is... I know the US fans, you guys will be very happy about this, but to me, this is incredibly uninspiring. Like, really uninspiring for England. Art Deco. One way of calling it. My game time is on. You can see the clock at the bottom next to the scores. I think ITV app is about 30 seconds behind, isn't it? Put Foden on, you freak. It's not complicated, mate. By the way, that it's called soccer chant, by the way, for some of the American fans. I feel sorry for some of you guys who get it, who must hate that. It's like the deadest banter. It's cringy as fuck, man. Go on, Jack. Henderson and fucking Henderson on, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Why do we need Henderson on? I didn't think Sterling was poor, by the way. I've seen my mate Amir defending him on Twitter, but he was poor. He was poor. Jack and Jerry. I don't. To be honest, mate, England aren't doing anything, Jerry, so far. So I've seen nothing to suggest that they're going to. Like, maybe you're right, but I just don't see it currently. Would like to take this chance, by the way, to say, please download OneFootball. Give it a download right now and get all the goals in your pocket. No goals today, of course, but you keep up to date with all the latest news from across the World Cup, and all the goals obviously will be there available, and all the transfer gossip as well ahead of the January transfer window. Download it right now. It does help support the channel. Do it. OneFootball. Click the link in the description. Do it right now. Let me know in the comments if you've got it already. Cheers. Yeah, Saka's been quiet as well. Been really quiet. To be honest, everyone in that midfield onwards has been poor. Defensively, they've been okay, but England have been just fucking shite. I know I'm not trying to downplay how good the US have been defensively, but I think England have genuinely been poor. Ilya had no idea why Phil's not on. I didn't, Joseph. No. England have got a bunch of. It's like you've got a bunch of very sexy players these days, haven't they? A lot of like little heartthrobs everywhere in the team. You know, Stones, Diaz, Jack. Jesus Christ, Trippier, ping it at Saka. You right? We've got a special guest coming again.
I needed it for the second half.
Everyone ready for special guest? Round of applause for Ruben McInerney. Give him my boy. How is he? Is he okay?
He's good. He's ready for a nap.
Is he ready for a nap? He's not enough for ages, isn't he?
Nope. He's trying to.
Oh, just banged your head on the mic.
Sorry, he's okay.
How you doing, Rubes?
He's
Oh,
okay.
you're okay, beautiful. You're okay. What's up? You're not impressed with England's performance so far? No.
Oh, it's fine coming up. Sorry.
I just banged his head, I think, though. I'm a terrible dad. Everyone, it's Ruben. You've got your dummy in your eye, mate. It doesn't go in your eye. There you go. There we go. Oh, come on. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, he's kicking off.
Away, don't worry.
Everyone, it's Ruben. There we go. It's alright, little bubs. It's okay. Oh, Ruben's not happy. He's terrible. He wants Phil Foden, doesn't he? Oh, he's crying. Oh, come on. Give me this. Come here, beautiful. I've got him. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
He's not very impressed with the game so far.
Oh, he's super chat for Ruben.
Oh, Big Jerry energy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Big Jerry energy, stop the crying. Almost.
Do you know what sometimes stops in this? Baby Ruben. No, not this time. What's up, beautiful? What's up?
Oh, he was fine coming up.
It's a bit too bright in here for him.
Yeah, I'll take it.
He's crying. Do you want to sit him down? Do you want to sit on the sofa behind us? Sit him down. There you go, Bubs. Oh, little baby boy. He's crying. There we go. There we go. Did that hurt his head? It was only gentle, wasn't it? It's only plastic.
Don't worry, you didn't.
There, so he's not happy with Foden. He wants Foden on. Did Foden just come on? Thank you, Jerry, by the way. Jerry, you absolute superstar, man. Super chat for little Ruben. He's beautiful. He's the best thing in the world. Is he settling now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's settling now. It was all a bit too much for him. He's just really disappointed with the tactical choices. I didn't mean. It's plastic. Don't worry. It's only plastic.
Oh, he's fine. He didn't have hair, so it didn't
Yeah, eventually he's Esteemed. Yeah, he's the best. He's beautiful. He's been good all day, actually. He's been good all day. Thank you, Jerry, by the way. It's very lovely of you.
Oh, he's smiling.
Is he smiling now?
Yeah.
He's smiling now. There we go. He was causing a scene. He's a drama queen. He's like his mum.
Yeah, what's this?
Nice sofa, that, isn't it? Comfy.
Yeah.
We've barely used that sofa yet.
Barely been in here. I want to see that boy's going on.
She's just behind me there. So it's
Sorry,
adorable.
I just realised I'm, like, totally
I'm gonna just text my mum. 1 second. I'm gonna text my mum and dad.
He's smiling.
Is he smiling?
Yeah, I think we can get him on camera.
1 second.
He's smiling now.
I've got to text the parents.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll love it. He was comfy with mum. He didn't want dad. Yeah, in the first half he was great with me. There we go. Where is he?
He's fine now.
So look this way a little bit. There we go. Look at that little bubs. He's a little spotty boy again, is he? Oh no, he's camera. He's camera shy.
He's camera shy.
No, he's good with me usually, metalling. Honestly, he's good at me, isn't he? He sleeps all the time.
Oh, he's like Stephen's like his favourite almost. I'm just the milk.
Oh, he's upset again.
I don't think he likes the light. Maybe.
Do you reckon?
No, he's fine. He was fine with it before.
Just chill over there. You know what I mean?
He's fine.
He's chill there, isn't he? He's chill in the background. I would really like it if they brought Foden on. So would Rubes. Go on, Ruben.
What's up? What's up here?
What's up? You gonna take him round?
Look. What's this?
He's kicking off big time, isn't he? Oh,
Actually,
give me
stop
Give me a
flashing. Wait. I'll do the thing. One
There's a
second.
thing that we do, by the way. Go do it. There's a trick that we've learned where you go up and down and hold him like that. Like this, watch this. That settles him.
Is he wet on the back?
No, it's fine. There we go, it's settled him. Sorry guys, impromptu parenting session here. Go on, Jack.
Okay.
Come on. Do you want me to take him down for
I
you?
don't know what is wrong with him.
Do you want me to take him downstairs?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'm going to walk down the stairs. Are you sure?
Hi. What's happened then?
Is he settled?
Where?
I think he's overtired. I think the brightness of his probably got to him. He's not slept for a couple of hours, so he's due a nap. Ruby Tuesday wants Phil. He does, little Ruby Tuesday, yeah. He does. He's a cute. There you go. You sneak on camera. Look at his little face there.
Sorry, you can see my terrible tattoo in my first pregnancy.
Oh.
Buddy.
He's a cute little boy. Is his eyes closed? Oh, they're open. She's just holding the dummy in place. No force there, by the way.
No, he's just so he doesn't spit it out. He's actually sucking it.
Yeah, he's sucking it. He loves it. He loves his dum-dum.
Love you, dum-dum.
More interested in this game anyway.
You say hello to your daddy now? Yeah?
You alright, Rubes?
Oh, he's getting tired.
Is he getting tired?
Yeah.
Oh, he just made a little adorable little. Yeah. Nope, upset again. You alright downstairs? Oh, there we go.
Kicking off again. I'm so bad.
I don't think he is saving him, Nicholas for the knockout stages. I think he just doesn't like Phil Foden.
Say hello to daddy.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi.
You okay? There you go, little head scratch.
Daddy head scratches.
Hi. You're right, beautiful.
Daddy head scratches.
Oh, he loves his head scratches.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. This is just a baby thing.
No one came up
You've
to say
been-
hi because he was in a good mood. I didn't mean to cause a drama.
What have you been up to?
We've been having a feed
You having a feed?
whilst watching the Kardashians.
Did you watch the Kardashians? He's really into it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's can't believe Tristan did that to Chloe, you know?
Shall I give it another go for another cuddle?
Yeah, do you want to go for another cuddle?
Come on, Rose. There we
Don't
go.
smack him on the head with the megaphone this time.
Hey, Bubs. Hello, beautiful. Hey, he dropped his dummy already. What's up, baby?
Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
there we go.
That's the daddy hole.
That's the daddy hole. This is the one that gets him going. He loves it, don't you? Oh, his eyes are going. He's going to fall asleep on camera. You know? Oh, he is falling asleep. Get my boy to fall asleep during the stream. There we go. This is ultimate parenting. I'll turn it around a little bit. There you go. Move the mic a little bit for us. There you go. There you go. That'll do that. There you go. Look at him falling asleep here. You're beautiful. Right, I'm not impressed so far, Rubes, with our Southgate. No Phil Foden. England can't create anything at all. Nothing at all. He's as tired and as bored as this game as we are. You know, it's 7 minutes left. And no Phil Foden. Are you falling asleep there? He's falling asleep, mummy.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah. You can sit down behind me if you want.
Yeah. Let's go grab my phone, maybe.
Go for it if you want to.
You get him?
Yeah, I've got him.
If he kicks off, I'll be up in a second.
I don't worry about it. I want more from England than this, you know. You're a good boy, aren't you? He's the best boy. He's beautiful. I generally don't get the no Foden thing. It's got to the point now where it almost seems silly. Like, why wouldn't you at this point? Why wouldn't you, Rubes? Ruben. No, because his name rhymes with Ruben. He does get called Pooben. when he's filled his nappy. He's Pooben, aren't you? Put his hand up, he's not a fan of that. I agree, Brian. Like, Foden as a number 10 makes so much sense, doesn't it? I don't get why they're not doing it. This is a very disappointing performance for England. Oh, that's a great cross from Shaw, actually. It's fair for him. He's falling asleep now. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Yeah. He loves this position. There we go. There we go. Ruben, Ruben as in the name Ruben, yeah. He's 5.5 weeks old. He's beautiful. He's my favourite thing in the world. You know? He's falling asleep. Nicola.
You missed his daddy, you couldn't sleep without his daddy.
Yeah, I get him to sleep pretty good at this, you know?
Stephen is like, I'm the feeder, Stephen gets him to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, at night, he wakes up to me.
Do you know what's good? Is like, honestly, I'm not exaggerating. So I've mastered the art of playing games like this. Wait, I'll get my camera in their hands. It's like this. I'm there playing games. Like the amount of times I'm playing Ragnarok and he's sleeping behind like that. He loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He just lies there.
He like gets up.
The Ruben Whisperer.
It's because Ruben's quite long.
He's a long boy.
We'll share more when we actually do a video about him, but he's long. He's probably like 99th percentile for babies.
Just a long boy, isn't he?
Even though we're both really short.
We're both average height, 5'4", 5'10". You know, the most average height you can imagine.
So I struggle sometimes to hold him properly, like proper cup him because I'm quite small myself. So Stephen just manages to.
Let's go, Ruben.
Really like hold him nicely.
Oh, baby boy.
So he definitely prefers sleeping on you, doesn't he?
Yeah. This game's been so poor.
Boring, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you got yourself some food?
No, I've not thought about it.
Yeah, bring him back in.
I'm gonna do it now.
Bring him. Bring him back.
I'm gonna do it on the app.
I've got a chicken burger coming. I can't wait.
Until anyone.
So anyone. Do it, Zetanist. There's a lot of beautiful kids that need a home. You know, seeing him little smile is the best thing in the world. Go on, Rashford. I can't believe Rashford came on. I didn't even know he came on.
He just wanted you. It's so funny.
Go on, Rashford. Have a shot. Oh, decent effort.
Does it feel weird when you're cheering on people like Rashford and like United players and
Yeah,
stuff?
but you learn it from the young age, don't you?
Yeah.
To cheer for United. Has to be an achievement. What, get him to sleep? God of War. Oh yeah, it's amazing. I love playing. Like literally, one of his favourite things to do is fall asleep in my lap. I got the pregnancy pillow around me, and I just play games. Like literally for hours. It's great because it's like if you got the baby in your hands and they fall asleep, you get the TV. It's like unquestionable, isn't it? It's like, yeah, he's asleep. He's just gone that. Cutest thing in the world. He goes, he's a little dummy. Let's go, Ruben. Also, by the way, that myth about being quiet around babies, nonsense.
Oh, no.
He loves it. The noisier, the better.
Yeah.
Genuinely, he sleeps. Sleeps so much better, doesn't he, when it's noisy? Oh, background noise always. I like it. It's nice up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll get the beanbag out and give it a go. Down there.
I forgot you got a beanbag.
Yeah, give it a go. Now go for it. What's your head?
That'd be quite nice.
Just put roofs in it. Go on, you can go and get it. Just pull it over it. Got a big beanbag out there. You know, I'm going to make a little reading nook down there.
Sorry.
How's that?
That smelled nice.
Nice. What's your
Sorry,
feet?
his family's crashing your stream.
So this is my streams now these days.
Sorry, guys.
Zetanist, do you know what? I've started Witcher a few times, but never got around to completing it. So maybe I'll give it a go again.
That's the cutest thing in the world.
What?
You just got your babies.
I know.
Whilst you're on a stream. The magic powers of Stephen McInerney.
No, honestly, I've tried it a few times. The Witcher, it just felt janky to me. I just didn't like the control of it. I honestly.
You know what we do? That pump pigs.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Nice. Look at him just there in the corner. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's the cutest thing in the world. You must be buzzing, American fans, watching this. I will download the HD update though, Zethanist. I'll give it a go. You're queuing out there. This is going, ow. That was saying, Foden on.
Why is Foden on?
I have no idea. Southgate's an idiot. What is he, Ruben? Southgate's a fraud. Yeah, he agrees.
It's not on that. Not happy.
Not happy.
Closed.
What? Oh no. There we go, beautiful boy.
That's upsetting.
There is my son.
And his wife sat on a beanbag.
So this is my streams these days. My son here. My wife there. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm such a scruff as well.
You can turn that way and put your feet. Imagine playing games there in front of the TV.
Yeah, it's going to be great actually.
So our plan is to get like where behind me now a TV there, so you can sit and play games. Right next to the TV, I'll have you watching it.
Rubes just sat in our arms.
Playing games, yeah.
Playing games with you as well.
Games room up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is like my studio shut games room. 4 minutes time. That feels so like so nothing given this World Cup so far. Like with 10 minutes so on. Jerry, this is a really impressive US squad. Given how many players you've got playing, obviously, in European football, La Liga, Serie A, Premier League. It's really impressive, mate. Ooh, he's queuing there. Oh.
He's so sweet, isn't he?
He's just a little sweet angel baby boy. Sorry, baby.
You just said that live in your stream.
I know, that's what you call him. Nicola once called him sweet angel baby boy. Swabby.
Swabby. Your mum's seen it.
What she said?
She said, oh, that's adorable.
My mum's in the chat. Get in the chat, mum. She's watching the stream right now. Mum, Nicola's there behind me if you're watching. Look at that.
Hi, lads.
Look at my family there.
Rubes was kicking off, so he only settled in his dad out.
Mimi GB, honestly, it's absolutely scandalous that Foden hasn't been on. I'm not trying to be like biased City fan here. It's just like...
Why has he not been on? That makes...
Really should have released the ball there. Where are you going? That's a dumb foul to give away.
Did he play in the last England match?
Foden, he came on as well.
Why is he so...
Because Southgate hates him for some reason. He doesn't hate him, he just didn't play him. Oh, baby boy.
Is this after the Iceland thing?
Nah. He just has his favourites. It is, honestly. Foden is one of the most mercurial talents in world football. I would be building a team around him at number 10. He's just so much ability. And people like Foden win you games like this. Like they do, because they got a little bit of magic. What?
That's an said, seeing you with your kid makes me want to adopt a kid in the future.
I know. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's so cute.
This is a good lad. Or good lady, I don't know. Good person.
Very good person.
It's been a terrible game, to be honest, man. It's been a really poor game. Henderson's done now since coming on as well. It's a terrible shout. He's asleep here. He's just fast asleep. Oh, that's a big chance late on there. Harold Kane, what you doing, man? Harold Charlie Kane. Is it Charlie's one? I can't remember. He's got to score that. What do you think of that, Rubes? Yeah, silence speaks volumes. He's not impressed. For a player of Kane's quality, that's a massive chance. Just got to glance it. Just glance. Yeah, look, Rubes agrees. He just turns to the camera.
Do you wait?
No, he's just
Moved.
just moved. He's just shifted over one side.
He's ready for you to play games now.
He wants me to play games.
Do you want a pillow under you?
No, I'm okay. I got my boy. Come on, England, man. If I was a US fan now, I'd be buzzing. I'd be buzzing. You guys should be buzzing because this has been a good organised performance. I'm not trying to downplay the US, but I think England have been poor. They should be better than this. England should be doing way better than this. But it's a real downer after the Iran performance, which was full of energy. This is disappointing. And it's such a negative performance, by the way, that it could have a profound effect on the rest of the tournament. Because they'll doubt themselves now, and they'll lose a lot of momentum. Everyone was poor. Apparently the game's over now. It's not kind of hit for me. That's a big shame. No. I haven't seen the full-time whistle yet, but I think it's over, so there we go. All right, full-time, England 0, USA 0. That's a poor performance by England. I've got my son on my lap here. Let me just pick him up a little taller. I'll give you some kind of final summary thoughts from one man and his baby. That was poor. I think Southgate has to be disappointed by that. Honestly, mainly because international football and World Cup football, I know you've got to get out of the group, but it's so much about momentum. It's so much about capitalising on that feel-good experience, because the teams that do tend to win the World Cup, they do have that energy and they kind of bring it in from game to game to game to game. And to me, that was a dour, conservative game of football where Southgate was unwilling to take any risks, unwilling to tell his players to change things up, a total lack of in-game management. Honestly, I know it didn't matter, and ultimately I think England will still go through, but there's no guarantee of that now. You know, Wales could be up for this game, and look, it was just poor. It was uninspiring, and the US were good. They were shapely and organised, but Southgate, man, I want to like you, but you're just so fucking dull. You're so dull. I'm sorry I'm swearing in front of the little boy here, you know. This guy would have been way more interesting. I'll get him on camera a little bit more. There we go. Look at him. Look at him. You know what I mean? Easily the most interesting thing about this was Ruben, you know? And that says it all. You know, if sleeping babies is the most interesting thing about this game, Southgate, what have you done? I just kind of wish, with the creativity that England have got potentially, we had a manager who was willing to take a few more risks. The changes should have been earlier. They should have been more prominent. To me, it was the fact that the football didn't really change at any single point. Southgate sort of sits there and just hopes that it solves its own problems, and to me that's disappointing. Little Ruben greater than Southgate, definitely. Guys, thank you very much for watching this stream. I'm going to end it there potentially, I reckon. I'm going to go do a match reaction. I'll probably get Ruben away from the match reaction because, you know, it'll be a lot easier for him to focus on it. But thank you for watching the watch-along. I really do appreciate all of you guys. You're all superstars. Please do hit the subscribe button. It's massively appreciated. Do give this video a like. Download One Football as well. It would be appreciated. It's the best football on the market. Do it for Baby Ruben, man. Do it for Baby Ruben. Do you know what me and Nicola sing? The Lion King. Baby Ruben, baby Ruben. Baby Ruben Elton McInerney. He's a beautiful little boy. Anyway, download One Football. It's great. Thank you for watching, guys. You're all absolute superstars. I'll do my match reaction now as well, but be no Ruben and Nicola. Love you all loads. In a bit. Bye-bye. England. Poor. Boring.